Santa Clausable at $49, and the smallest ever Sony pocket-sized Watchman TV gift wrappable at $119. Don't miss the biggest Christmas sale ever, now at all 11 Wiz stores.
Good evening and welcome to another Random Vania, and today is going to be a special episode because 1, we haven't had a Random Vania on the channel in a while, and 2, this is actually going to be our first main Streamline production episode of the series. So yeah, the last couple of months I've been putting out pilot episodes where I've been tweaking the layouts, the fonts, the way things are put out all together, little editing techniques here and there, just trying to make this thing look and sound as good as humanly possible, and I think we're ready to launch. So yeah, this is it. This is episode 1. And we're going to be taking a look at plain old vanilla Castlevania. No additional whips, whistles, or buzzers or anything like that, just plain old Castlevania. And we're going to go along and take a look at Simon's Quest next, and Dracula's Curse, and Super Castlevania 4, and so on and so forth. And in between I'll be slipping in ROM hacks, the occasional randomizer if I can find one, and who knows, maybe I'll try some speedruns if I can as well. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes, and you know how it goes. And if you don't know how it goes, it's really simple. Sit back, relax, grab a drink, grab some snacks, because what a horrible night to play some damn games. But for real, I haven't played the original Castlevania just by itself in a while. So I think it'll be interesting just to revisit it and kind of, you know, get myself back up to, back up to speed with it all. But anyways, how you doing? Hopefully you're doing good. Hopefully you're having a nice week, and hopefully your holidays are going well. And yeah, here we go. It's Castlevania. So I've noticed we've had quite a few new people that are Castlevania fans join, and welcome. And I wanted to say thank you to Eric pointing them in my direction. I owe you, dude. And I've also noticed that some oldies have been dropping by. Wyatt and Angelo, welcome back, man. I missed you guys. Where the hell you been? You know, but I guess at this point some of you know the story, but if you don't know the story, I might as well tell it because it's episode 1. I've been playing Castlevania since I was like 5, 6 years old. I wasn't very good at it, but, I used to play the hell out of it. And 30 some odd years later, I'm still playing it, and I'm still having fun with it. And I mean, that's kind of a testament to how good this game really is. Because here I am, 38 years old, and I'm still playing the game, and I'm still having fun with it. So, I don't know, I kind of want to chalk it up to just that Castlevania is one of those timeless games, and it's one of the earliest examples of one of those perfectly well-rounded games, which had a great combination of graphics, sound, controls, and the challenge was nice. The challenge was so good that if you lost, you kept wanting to come back for more. But if you were like a Castlevania expert, you can still play it and still get a challenge out of it every now and then. You'd still have fun with it and not get bored of it. You know, and this was Pete Konami. I kind of screwed up there with that little jump. But yeah, here comes the radar-guided vermin, and there's really not much to him. I mean, my whole thing is just don't jump. Jumping pisses him off. That's what makes him chase you. There we go. I don't really want to consider this like a speedrun attempt. I mean, some stuff I do out of muscle memory, but for the most part, just I want to talk about the game and I want to like try to impart some tips, you know? I always wind up repeating myself at some point, so if I miss, telling you how to do one thing in one area, I'm probably going to wind up telling you in another episode. God bless ADD, right? But yeah, speedrunning, I think I'm at like 14 minutes something, which isn't too shabby. I do think like the current record is like 10 minutes now, which is, that's absolutely nuts. I don't think I'll ever do that good. But personally, when it comes to speedrunning, I can see why it's exciting, because it's one of those things where it's like real, like it's incredibly tense. Because I mean, everybody's like whole strategy for getting through it as fast as possible it can just fall apart on like a millisecond's notice. Yeah, we'll just jump through that area, just to kind of speed things along. But I always kind of felt that, like, when it comes to speedrunning, it should be broken down into two categories, with glitches and without glitches. Because, I mean, like, when I was seriously trying to get, like, one of the best times ever, you know, I wasn't doing any of those tricks. The whole, like, when an enemy hits you, you hit him at the same time, and it does, like, 4 times as much damage. I was just, like, pure going through it. And for the most part, like, I remember we did, like, this live stream thing, where, like, a group of speedrunners, like, was really kind, and they totally welcomed me into it. You know, not knowing who I was, and they're really cool. I still chat with them to this day. You know, they're like, wait a minute, you're this far and you don't do that stuff? And I'm like, yeah. You know, and Medusa, there's really not much to her as well either. You know, you just kind of do that. But, I mean, to be honest with you, it kind of depends on whether or not she stops. That's a timing thing. I still haven't figured it out. Because you got to get her to stop right there, so that way when she starts up again, she's going down and you can jump over without getting hit. Otherwise, if you just go all the way to the right, she's going to clip you when you jump. You know, but I didn't really start getting good at Castlevania myself until I had children, because this is honestly a third-generation game in my family. Like, my parents played this, I played this, my kids still play this. So it's a family thing. We're like the Belmonts, I guess. Even though that sounds kind of pretentious. At least they didn't claim to meet like Steven Spielberg or anything in a chat room. Get up here. We're just gonna let this guy dive off. Because it's always a risk just to jump off that platform. Because sometimes I'll back up, sometimes I'll go forward and it'll knock me down the hole. But if I'm rushing through, it's always you gotta make that jump. But this area is super simple, because I can just look at you and keep going to the right, and nothing's gonna happen. But you kind of have to jump at this point, maybe to goad him. Alright. He just didn't want to cooperate today, and sometimes it happens. But I mean, that's the cool thing about speedrunning that kind of fascinates me. I'll give him that. Just learning all the variables and the cycles that these things go through, it's kind of nuts. I mean, I've learned my own sets of timings, but, you know, it's definitely something that people are interested in, and it's definitely something that I would be interested in learning more about. But I mean, just pure playing Castlevania, that's my specialty. But I only learned how to get good at it just because that was the only thing that my kids would sit still for when they were kids. Like babies and stuff, or teenagers now. You know, but they'd climb on my lap, they'd watch Castlevania 1, 2, and 3. And they would make me, like, reset the game because they want to see Medusa again. And I'm like, but I just killed Grim Reaper! Yeah, the thing with these fat-ass mummies, you really you don't want to get caught in the middle. You want to get on one side or you want to get on the other. Preferably the left, because there's the Taco Belmont thing there. Like I said, if I leave anything out, I apologize. You know, this whole thing, it is really just like a one-take, one-shot, unscripted playthrough thing. And here we go, falling 50 feet to break his legs. I mean, can you just imagine, like, the whole adventure's over at that point. Like, he falls at the sewer and he breaks his legs. That would be hilarious to me. But yeah, this level does tend to give people some trouble, and what I've learned is simply start the ground running. You know, immediately go, because the bats are going to start spawning when you're on those platforms, and you don't want that. And a trick that I did learn with the damn bats is that if you can learn where they're going to spawn, you can actually manipulate where they're going to be coming out of. Like, they'll spawn at whatever height that you're at. So if you're jumping, and I'm just trying to be careful because I don't want to get like an axe or something. Well, I can take an axe. I just don't want to block. Get out of here with your shit. Now, the cool thing with that one thing there, just keep walking to the right, and you'll go right under him. He will never hit you. Now, the game might freeze here, because I've noticed that the game gets kind of temperamental when you do stuff like this. It's going to happen. And I'm just pre-warning you that when it does happen, I am going to rewind it. You know, just to that point. And the reason why is because I don't want to play the game over again. So I don't want to hear nothing about how I didn't by any stretch of the imagination beat the goddamn game. How the hell did Igor dodge all that shit? Because, I mean, that's the thing, is you just got to worry about dealing with Igor more than Frankenstein. Because that thing just jumps all over the screen flinging monkey poo at you all day. I mean, Frankenstein's the one you got to hurt, but Igor's the one that can hurt you. So just keep hitting him and freezing him. Go in, hit Frankenstein once or twice, and then focus on him. That's always been the best strategy for him. Really? Fine, then. Alright, let's see, these things, you can just kind of bully him off the screen. He's going to jump back. But that's always the trick that works with skeletons that throw the boners at you, is you can just kind of bully them off the screen. It's the same thing with those stupid knights. And speaking of, yeah, we're going to transition to the axe in this one. Because I don't want to do just like a boomerang or a holy water thing. I mean, hey, if it works, it works. But at this point for me, it's kind of like training wheels. You know, just hitting every single thing with the boomerang. So we'll take on Grimmy with the axe, and then we'll go back over to the boomerang for Drac. But I mean, those are like the two main weapons. I hate the dagger. The clock I really don't care about. Get out of here. Oops. Now, something with these axe guys, too, there's two things I figured out recently, is they have a really distinct pattern. They'll throw two up and one low, and then, you know, they'll just go back to it. And the other thing I'll show you in just a second, it's like a super easy way to kill him. Let's hit him once, and then you can just jump right over and it doesn't even matter. You'd be amazed how easy this level really is. But yeah, we'll do it right here. If you can time it so that your axe goes right over his shield, you can kill him in literally 2 hits. I know I threw a couple more, but that's because he hit the shield. Alright, there we go. We're moving along. You know, for not playing this in a while, I gotta say, this isn't too bad of a run, either. I mean, I've definitely done quicker. Get out of here. No, you don't. Alright, but we're gonna try to force the old, double shot thing. By using a sub-weapon on the candle thing, you can kind of hurry the appearance up of those cute little Roman blocks. Okay, that took care of him. Now, where's my triple shot? There it is. And once again, you just gotta be careful. You don't want to get like a clock here in this hallway. But see, 2 hits, done. But that's my worry, is I don't want to get stuck with some useless sub-weapon. Now, Grimmy, everybody hates this guy, but here's the trick, is every time he lands is when his little scythes are going to spawn. And one's always going to appear above your head. See? Every single time. You know, and as long as you take care and you don't let the scythes just build up and overwhelm you, you're not going to have too many problems with them. You don't have to rely on just holy watering them or throwing boomerangs everywhere. Boomerangs are awesome. But, you know, there's other ways to get his ass. What is his story, anyways? Grim Reaper. It's just a skeleton that grabbed one of the curtains off the wall. Alright, but yeah, same rules apply with these guys. I mean, obviously you gotta jump over the platforms and all that, but he's gonna chase. I didn't really want to do that, but I didn't have much choice. Alright, now this one's probably gonna chase me, because I jumped. Probably. It doesn't happen every time. But you're gonna see other times when it does. I really need a 5-piecer here. So I don't mind getting the clock here because just dealing with that whole gear area. But yeah, you see, show them that you're not going to put up with this shit. All right, there we go. There we go. See, and there you go. Alright, so we're just going to grab a couple things here. And I know you can go up and down the steps and, you know, replenish the candles and all that. We're not going to do that. We're just going to try to get all of our hearts out of Drac. Well, I don't need the money bags, but whatever. So my trick with them is really simple. Most people like to use the boomerang on the head, but me... Let's see. I use the boomerang on the body. And I try to hit the head twice. He's being kind of uncooperative right now. Ah, the hell with it. My timing's just a tad bit off. But that's how you get the timing right. Is as soon as he lands, you hit him in the head once, boomerang, and then jump back up again. You just kind of have to, you know, keep your timing good. Because if you jump at the wrong time, and he's not giving up any hearts either, great. Oh well, what are you going to do? I love stuffing those fireballs when he throws them. He's gonna do it again? Really? Again? Again? And that's all there really is to him. Ba-bam, ba-bam. We got it. Alright, so that wasn't too terrible, right? Was it? No, it wasn't too bad. You know? I'm still having fun playing this game. I still think it's absolutely fantastic, and I still think it holds up really, really well over 30 years. Second run requests. I usually get these quite a bit. Like, hey, do the second run, you know? It's a little more challenging. You know what? See, it's kind of hard, because sometimes I want to do it as a supplemental thing. Other times I just want to do it as a regular video. But you know what? We'll do it as a secondary video. How's that sound? So that way, if you've seen enough, you've seen enough. You're not wasting too much of your time. You know? And if you want to see more, you got another video all to yourself to watch. That way you're not going to be intimidated by a 40-minute runtime going, I wasn't taking them that long to beat Castlevania. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, thanks so much for dropping by and inviting me into your day like this. I really appreciate you. Hope you guys are having a great week. Hope you guys are having a happy holidays. And we'll see you really soon. So until next time, auf Wiedersehen, bye-bye now. And I'm going to go record the second run thing right now for you. So we'll see you again real soon. Alright, bye-bye kids. Bye-bye now.